This is Sarah from Japan. Tonight I wanted to show you, it's early evening, it's still 6:45 p.m. on August the 19th, and I wanted to show you our visitors are back and they're a little early these days. This is my house. Okay, as you can see, it's still light out, and this is my gate. I'm going to show you. Do you see them? Those two lights in the sky? Okay, there's these two lights in the sky. Can you see them? They're very, very large, if you notice. You can only see them from the top of this hill. See, we're at the top of the hill. And we saw them the other day, four on top of another, in the shape of a bow. And we actually drove down to that building that you see them, on the right. We actually drove down to that building, which goes back up a hill, but when we got there, we couldn't see them. Once you get past this point, I'll show you, they disappear below the horizon after a certain point. Can you all see those, though? Do you see how large those lights are? Okay, now this has been going on since July 30th, I believe. Almost every single night these show up, okay? And today it's 4, but sometimes, no, today it's 2, and sometimes there's 4, sometimes there's 6, sometimes there's just 1. And what they do is they just show up. I just came out here like 5 minutes ago and they weren't out there. They just kind of show up and then they just vanish. They just fade out. They don't fly away, they just fade away. Like you saw one just faded away, right? Well, see, I'm going to show you get to the bottom of this street here, and you'll see that they kind of go behind, it goes down below the horizon, and then if you try to go back up the hill, you can't see it anymore. But it's behind that light pole there. See? But it'll just vanish, and then, it'll come back and stuff, but it doesn't fly away, it doesn't fly into the airspace, and it doesn't fly away from the airspace. It just appears and then vanishes. And it's, oh, see there, look. There's another one hiding behind the building. Oh, but look, it's like, do you see how big it is? Okay, so I'm going to go down to the bottom of this hill and keep walking. Okay, to this crossing here. I'll stop focusing. Move a little bit further down. It's still there in the sky, see? See, try to get as close to it as I can before it disappears. And usually by the next, not this crossing, but the next one, you can't see it anymore. But I'm going to try to get as close as I can so you can just get an idea of how big these things are. I'm using my iPhone camera. My camcorder is kind of old and it doesn't focus right. When you try to focus in, it gets all blurry and stuff. Where'd it go? Oh, see, there's an airplane flying above that, but it's tiny compared to this light. Whatever it is. And it doesn't move, you see? You see how it just hovers there? I mean, I've been shooting this thing for almost 5 minutes now, and it just hovers. It doesn't fly away. It fades away, but it doesn't fly away. And now it's getting brighter. Look, look, look. See, look at that. I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer. It's a rare shot where I can get it, you know, when there's still some daylight out, you know. It's hard to tell where the sky is. Oh, see, look, now I can't. It goes below the horizon. Today's just 2 though. One disappeared though. You saw that it didn't fly away though. It just faded away. Do you see it flying away? It doesn't fly away. I think by probably the end of the street it'll have dipped below the horizon. So, you know, we try to get as close as we can to this, you know, to see what it is, but it's almost impossible to get a decent shot. And if you noticed, it got smaller than it did earlier. The light is actually getting smaller, and then it'll just kind of fade out, and then you won't see it anymore. But like I said, it doesn't fly away. It just fades away. That's what makes this so weird. How many airplanes do you know fade away and not fly away? How many airplanes hover? How many helicopters hover for that long in the same place? Not many I know. This has been going on, like I said, 3 weeks now. This weird phenomenon. 3 weeks of this. And it's still there. It blinked. Did you see that? It blinked. Watch, it's starting to fade out. Watch it fade out. See? And then it blinked. And it's gone. Pretty freaky.